a Halloween live stream. Running corn. Just figured I'd try another live stream. I did one earlier, but I had to end it really short because I did an interview with my dad. Just giving a brief history on our farm. So I thought I got about 45 minutes to an hour left of my day before we have to quit. So just thought I'd kind of live stream the end of it. Really big buck back by the woods. I don't know if they'll come back out. But man, it was a really nice looking one.
Molly says we may not want to go back to the ethanol plant and weigh in. We may not make it back in time at 5 o'clock, so he suggests you go to the elevator and weigh in now.
Yeah, it's just been a pretty slow-paced day. It's really been a slow-paced last few days since our really late night when we worked till about 3 a.m. We've been battling some wet storage capacity issues. They've been filling up pretty quick at the grain elevator, so we've been having to quit pretty early the last, I think, 3 nights or 2 nights in a row now. Probably happen again tomorrow if I had to guess. But either way, we will wrap up our harvest, I think, by Sunday, I would imagine. So that was kind of my original prediction a few days back, and I think that's going to hold true unless something else happens. But we're just kind of in that tail end of it, but it's just going slow. We can't have a real big day. Not mad about it at all, though. It's just the way it is. So still get done here shortly. We've already parked one combine. Corey's out doing some tillage, I think. Yeah, Rusty, we're still going. I think at that point we said we were around the 500 acre mark on that late night, if that's the night you were talking about. But yeah, we've just been battling the wet storage issue. So when the wet tanks fill up super quick in the day, we can't run very late. So that's just kind of our situation. We own the grain elevator, but we rent our storage to an ethanol plant because we don't need all the storage for ourselves. And so we kind of share our facility with, you know, all the other customers of the ethanol plant. And so to help the place out and to be, you know, just good partners in that arrangement, we shut down and a little early when we have to, and that's what we've been having to do the last 2-3 nights, is just shut down early so they can have space in the morning. That's kind of why we're still going. Otherwise, we probably would be done or just wrapping up right now. So I will be quitting at about 5 o'clock, which is only 40 minutes from now. And by the time I'm quit today, we should be under 200 acres, you know, right around 200 acres left. Maybe under, I don't know. I'd have to do the math in my head. 50, 60, that's 110. Yeah, we'd probably be under 200 acres. So that's the thing. It's not that big of a deal because we're still going to get done, I think, probably Sunday. So again, my last trip back here, I wish I was live streaming. There's a really nice buck, like very nice, but he's not going to come back out. It don't look like, unless he's behind the corner and I can't see him. Yeah, I think he went into that woods right there. Man, he was a dandy. No, this is all our corn gets made into ethanol, and then the byproduct of the ethanol, like the process, you get left with like this fine, like cornmeal kind of. They call it dry distiller's grain. Then that goes to feed for cattle, and so that's what kind of corn this is. Just field corn for ethanol. It gets put in your gasoline. Some people run the E85, which is mostly ethanol, or well, not mostly, but it's got more ethanol in it. Is it easier? Well, we're growing GMOs. That's what this is, GMO corn. So yeah, we could like spray Roundup on it. And so I don't know, like food grade corn. I don't know if it's much different, to be honest with you. I guess it depends on what you're talking about. Like this type of corn can still get used in like cereals and. But if you're thinking like sweet corn that you might buy like at a roadside stand or something in the summer, that's a little different. Although they do make a Roundup Ready sweet corn, I believe now. Yeah, like this type of field corn though does get used in cereals, and ours does not. But also, I am just a farmer, and I only know what I know. I didn't like go to college and study it. I just do what I do. My brother usually does plant a little bit of sweet corn though. And I think what the sweet corn he did plant this year, I think was Roundup Ready. And he planted it like right on the edge of one of our fields near his house. And so that way it could be sprayed just like the field was sprayed. And so that is a thing. I don't know what else they use, corn in. Obviously, like probably tortillas. Then there's different types of corn too. This is yellow corn. There's white corn. I don't know all the different types of corn. That is one thing about me. If you've been watching me, I'm not a know-it-all. Don't claim to be. Don't want to be.
Hey drivers, the ethanol plant just asked if you guys would fill in over at the elevator instead of coming here, please.
There's skis. A lot of the people that normally watch the stream, no skis. He's a fan favorite. If you've never seen my channel before, go ahead and check it out if you like farming content. I do make like long form videos too, like kind of like day in the life type things. But I'm really trying to like grow a community, so that's why I started doing live streams and I like to hang out with people. I'll answer questions that you have if I know the answer. Talk about anything you want to talk about, really. Muskies has become a fan favorite of my regular stream viewers. I don't know if any of those guys are in here, but this is like a 90-acre field. There ain't a whole lot left of it, really, but I'm going to have to quit before we're done here anyways. Once those trucks that are sitting up at the road are loaded, we're quitting. I think there's 3 of them sitting up there right now. And he's just riding alongside of me because of the way I'm running the field right now. I'm going to empty out before I get to the end and then just turn right around. Normally we split the field into sections and then we run on each side of it, so my auger's always facing out. Then we can go in both directions. But we're just kind of going back and forth right now, so he's going to ride here for a minute. I'll start dumping again when I get kind of closer to that house to empty out before I head back towards the woods. So I'll just try to get you a view of the Fendt tractor. I know my windows are dirty. I clean them, but a clean window lasts like 10 minutes in farming, so. Oh, I appreciate that, Rusty. I'm pretty new at this, but we've been growing pretty fast, so apparently people are liking what I'm doing. I'll try to do it a little bit differently than all the other farming channels that I've personally seen anyways. And I'm sure it'll evolve over time. I'm going to really upgrade. We can stop right here if you want. I should have started dumping earlier. I don't want them to have to drive on that person's yard. But I'm going to upgrade my cameras before next season, which will be planting season in the spring. I will make videos in the winter too. I just got to figure out exactly what I'm going to do. Or, you know, the content that I'll produce in the winter. I'll probably add a drone in next year before planting. And so yeah, things will get better as I go. I've only been doing it for 3 or 4 weeks, believe it or not. And I just got the email this morning that I am already in the YouTube partnership program. Pretty much, I'm under review anyways. So I filled out the stuff that I need to fill out, and so things have really taken off really quick for 3 or 4 weeks. I've already been monetized, or whatever you want to call it. So I kind of feel like that's a good sign, so I'm going to keep going. I'll invest into it a little bit as far as cameras and all that type of stuff to make higher quality content. I'm going to build some sort of a live streaming rig into my tractor with a better camera. Right now I'm just using my cell phone for the live streams. So I'll have like a higher quality camera for live streams in the future. Because I think I like doing these more than long form videos, but I will still continue to make those as well. Just giving you guys an idea of what you will see on my channel and going forward. I think building a community and interacting with them is important. I'm a YouTube watcher myself, so that's just what I like as a viewer, and I know a lot of other people do as well. So that's what I'm going to try to do. So if you can put up with just this cell camera view for a couple more days of harvest, hopefully I'll have something way better that's a little more maybe TV or PC friendly next season. And we don't really stage stuff for videos, we just kind of record what's happening pretty authentic like that. You just, what you see is what you get with me. So yeah, that's just a little bit about my channel. We are in Michigan. We're just a family farm. We grow corn, wheat, and soybeans. We farm about 4,000 acres. And I just actually recorded an interview with my dad today, giving a little more comprehensive background on the farm, stuff he remembered as a kid, and some of the older tractors and combines. Probably won't come out for a little while yet. Go through the editing process, and just depending on what other videos I got out, I might hold it for a little bit until, you know, kind of a dead period hits, then put that out. I will have a video with the Fendt Ideal 9T. I'll release that tomorrow. That might be one that a lot of people will like to watch. I got to spend, I don't know, a few hours with it. I think I ran it for like 2.5 hours myself. My brother ran it for a while, so we got some good footage of it, and kind of just give my thoughts on it. And then in some of my older videos, if you go back and look at my channel, I've reviewed the Gleaner T81, excuse me, T81. That's their newest combine. I got to run that for a little bit. We'll still have some tillage videos coming. Probably 2 more days of harvesting videos, you know, to be made yet. And then we'll do some tillage. And then at the end of the season, I'll probably do like a wrap-up video, just kind of explaining what's next for the channel and what I plan on doing in the future. And then I'll move into whatever I can make in the winter. I don't know yet, for sure. I just kind of randomly started this channel one day. I'd always kind of thought about it. We were cutting soybeans, and I said, you know, I'm just going to order a GoPro and start recording and see what happens. And so didn't really plan on a whole lot, so I was a little underprepared. Yeah, if you got any questions or just want to chat about anything, you can throw comments in, and I try to be pretty interactive when I do live streams, but you don't have to either if you just want to watch. And I can just blabber or shut up too if you just want to listen to the machine. And one thing we're going to do for the community in the winter is, I've noticed a lot of people that watch these are into Farming Simulator, the video game. And I do play it a little bit. I'm not a huge gamer, but I do play it. So I think what we'll do, just to keep everybody engaged and get to know each other and hang out, we'll run a server and do like a big multiplayer server together as a group. A lot of people liked that idea when I brought it up last night in the live stream, or a few nights ago, I can't remember when. So if that's something you're into, subscribe to the YouTube channel so you can kind of follow that when it gets organized in the community section. Yes, corn. This is corn. Everybody likes corn, right? So yeah, it's not, I don't want it to be just YouTube videos. I want it to be kind of like a community too. I think that's cool. And we'll see how that goes. So we're gonna go for another dump here. So skeezy. It ain't easy being skeezy. We run cleaner combines. This is an S98 that I'm in. And then we run Fendt tractors. That's a 936. If you know your tractors. But we are in the state of Michigan. A small town called Lake Odessa. Sits right in between Lansing and Grand Rapids. How many can we? I would say 200 acres would be pretty average. We haven't really hit that much this harvest in corn, to be honest with you. But yes, we are still backed up against the dryer vern. We are going to actually shut down here at about 5 o'clock. So I think they're closed as far as receiving. I'm loading our trucks up there at the road one more time. We got 2 left, and then we're done. So I would say just 200 acres would be my answer to your question. But we haven't had many of those days this year's corn harvest. We've been running up against wet storage problems. So yes, Vern, something happened at the ethanol plant today. Something broke, some sort of a breakdown. So the elevator got all the traffic as far as wet corn, so they got swamped pretty early. I'm gonna have to kind of cut in here kind of funny. I ran into a new set of headlands, but since we're quitting, I don't really want to waste my time doing new headlands. Now our other combine is back, so I'm not sure what's going on. Well, now we got another combine.
Yeah, I wondered who was in it. Your brother just left in a semi. Rich said he could handle it, so he got it.
Take a week, wow. Okay, no, I hadn't heard that part, Vern.
Yeah, damn, I don't see what everybody bitches about these combines for. It's easy to figure out how to run it.
Yeah, I never even heard what broke or anything. I just knew something happened. And so that means it's going to be pretty slow going for everybody.
It's kind of small, but it needs to run a bigger equipment, but it's a pretty nice machine.
Well, lucky for you, you won't be able to hear it when you have a problem, like a bearing going out or something.
It'll show up on my screen.
Hey, welcome back, Kyle. Well, we're about to have everything full as well. That's what we're trying to accomplish here, is get our trucks full then we're done. So
Yeah, like Schwabel's getting better at steering wheel.
one of our truck drivers is pretending like he's in that combine. You guys would have to know him to know why that's funny. But Will's back. This isn't going to be a super long stream if you're just getting in here. We have to quit early again. I did a stream earlier, but it's really short too, so I did an interview with my dad, getting kind of the history of the farm, and yep, there's Keys. I don't know if he's in here today, in the stream, I mean, so you probably won't see your comment. I'm already working on a cool design for his t-shirt, though, for you guys that like skis. I'll shop that idea around with you guys in the community section after harvest. But I've already got these ideas worked out, I think. Hunting and stuff is back. All our regulars are coming back. That's a good sign. It's kind of what my post was on the community page today when I woke up. Seems like we're really starting to build that community. I think that's cool. Getting a lot of the same people back every time I do these, and so get to know each other a little bit. Stop in anytime, Vern. We should finish our corn by Sunday. We should anyways, but kind of sounds like our wet storage problem is not going to go away. But even with that, I think we still should be able to, so. Yeah, I can't honestly. I don't want it to sound like I'm saying this in a bad way, but I kind of can't wait to be done too. You know, I do love doing this, but let's see if Skis is smart enough. Oh, you know that Skis is an ace. He ain't gonna back into me. Oh yeah, gotta have regulars. Absolutely. I just want everyone to feel like, you know, they're like a part of it. I think that's important. Especially if you're going to live stream. Kind of helps tie everything together, you know, when you have a lot of the same people that like to watch, and you get to have conversations and get to know each other, and eventually you'll probably develop inside jokes and all that. That's what I think is cool about having like a community around a page. And that's the type of content I watch as well. So it's like, I don't know, that's kind of what gave me the idea. I was like, I watch a lot of live streaming in general, but you never see like farmers live stream. At least I haven't. Maybe it's more common than I think. I don't know. But we do the normal videos too. So you'll get if you subscribe to my channel, if you like farming stuff, you will see regular videos, shorts, live streams. I gotta get better at the shorts. I'm really gonna take some time this winter to study up on all of this. Like I said, I just started this on a whim one day. I just ordered a GoPro, Amazoned it, showed up in my house, and I started recording. So I didn't plan any of this out. Didn't know the game at all. No, I don't know yet, Kyle. I'm hoping I'm just gonna hop in one of those semis and ride back, I think. Yeah, happy Halloween. Let's go trick-or-treating. Yeah, you too. Hey, he's got the right name. You got to get in this community because we're gonna do a server together on Farm Sim. So look for that this winter. See, that's what I mean. I know people that play that game like watch this, and so that's what we're gonna do as a community. We'll do a big server so everybody can kind of hang out together, get to know each other. So pass it along if you guys are like in any other like Discords or something with people that play. Direct them over to this channel. It's on console too, on like Xbox, PlayStation, and PC, and I think you can cross-play, so it doesn't matter what you got. I'm on PC personally, but I'll have to learn all that too a little bit. You know, like I said, I'm not like a gaming guy per se. Like I do play a little bit when I can, but I'm married and I have kids and I'm a farmer, so I don't have a ton of time to like dedicate to it. But so one of the few games that I do play is Farming Simulator, just because it's super relaxing. No, it's not on phone. It's you know, like I said, it's on consoles, and I think they do make like a mobile version of it or something, but you wouldn't be able to do the multiplayer stuff, I don't think, that I'm talking about doing. So that is Corey. I mean, I figured. I didn't think it'd be anybody else, but well, kind of our plan was just to load these trucks that are here. So I didn't really plan on opening this headland up, but I guess we can. I'm gonna have to flip you guys around for a minute. I need both hands. I'm gonna do some headland work here. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I've seen his either I might be in his Discord, I don't remember. Either that or I've seen his YouTube channel before or something like that. I'm aware of that name. Yeah, a few direct people my way that play. I do a lot of POVs from here too. That's why I kind of figured a lot of people that play that game watch my channel. Yeah, I could use some window tint for sure. But it would restrict my vision at night. It's a bad thing when I need to use my mirrors, because I do a lot of backing up. As you're about to see right now, I'm backing up quite a ways here. Tell by the corn passing by us. So that's the only reason. I've always thought about tinting my windows, to be honest with you, but I don't know if it'd be a great idea. Like I just backed up this entire row of headlands because it's kind of short, so instead of doing it my normal way, I'll just back out all the way. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm aware of him, but if you are already like in his group or something, I'm just saying, if you're in like a Discord that has to do with, you know, people that like farming stuff, like, you know, Farming Simulator, and they probably watch farming YouTube. Just saying, don't be afraid to spread the word about the channel and the community that we're trying to build. People that like farming videos, because I make them, and we'll also do a little, you know, virtual farming together, just as like a community activity, you know. be a way for people to make friends with each other and all that. We're backing up again. You sell pallets to farmers? Like just wood pallets, or what are you talking about? Yeah, I kind of seen they had a new DLC, but I wasn't exactly sure. I thought that's what it was fishing or something. I was like, oh, I don't know, maybe that'll be interesting. But that's why I was kind of asking other people to kind of spread the word if you're like in those type of groups already, because I'm, like I said, I'm not like a really big gamer, so I'm not like in the Discords, and I'm gonna make my own for when we do this, you know, the multiplayer server and stuff. So I got to learn all that a little bit. So if you're already in all those groups, that's why I was saying just don't be afraid to kind of spread the word, send people to my channel if they like, you know, watching YouTube videos and stuff. They might be interested, maybe they won't, and that's fine too. It's just an idea, you know, like a way to gain more viewers here, but also a bigger community overall, you know. Yes, I play on PC also. Wooden pallets, wooden bins, anything wood. Heck yeah. It's pretty good. This field's been, its average is 230 bushels to the acre. So another 230 corn. It seems like almost every field I say that. It will be interesting when, you know, we confirm all our yields with our scale tickets. Just to see. I know I'm pretty close, you know what I mean? I would say that number that I'm saying is probably 97% accurate. Yeah, so spread the word there a little bit. If I can't exit out right now. I'd look in my Discord app just to see if I am in it. I might be, but I kind of don't think so. I'm just aware of the name you're talking about, FS Club. Whether I've seen his YouTube or something, I don't know. But anyways, that is kind of the goal for the winter. Just like I said, for people that like it. If you don't like it, that's cool too. Maybe we'll try to figure out something else for the people that don't like that type of thing. We do not have scales on our grain cart. I wish we did. But we spend a lot of time before we really get to going on calibrating. And I know when I'm off, just from the bushel count I get on my monitor telling me how many bushels I have in my bin. So I know when I'm like off. And if I was off, I wouldn't even be talking about it. You know what? If someone asked me the yield, I would just say, well, I don't really know for a fact, but yeah, I bet it'd be easy for calibrations. And once you get with these, we got ag leader sensors. Once you get these calibrated, I mean, they usually stay. Like I calibrated right before we started corn and beans, but and I haven't had to redo it yet. But we would like to have scales on the grain cart. That would be nice. That's about as clean of a corn sample as you can get. I mean, I see a little piece of cob every now and then. But man, it's shelling out so clean. We're getting close to the end. There's Jeff. Yeah, that's how I would calibrate it. If we had scales on our grain carts, that's absolutely how we would do it. I'm not going to be able to pass by these trees up here, though, is the problem. Kind of got caught off guard. I was running by myself, and all of a sudden the other combine randomly showed back up. So I wasn't really set up for it in the field. If I had scales on my grain cart, I would calibrate my yield monitor daily. Or at least check it, you know what I mean? I'm not full now. Obviously, I'm a little late seeing that comment, but yeah, I was full. Or close to it. But now it kind of looks like we may actually just finish this field. Originally, kind of wasn't thinking I was going to get it done. Ooh, I just happened to be on the right side of rows that curved out. So I will be able to clear these trees. Look at that. What a lucky guy. Got lucky. £10, yeah. See, we use like our scales at the farm, so, and that's 20 pounds. So you could probably get closer than us, actually, technically, you know. That's a pretty, how much money does it make you in finish? It depends on a lot of factors. So I can't really answer that question. We could have a discussion about that sometime. It would be a very long discussion explaining. And not all the corn you're seeing in front of you necessarily is even priced yet either, so. What's everybody else up to today? It's Halloween, probably trick-or-treating, taking kids trick-or-treating or what? He is right next to me, actually. Right there. A little bit of dust in between us. Might be hard to see us or see him. But I don't know, he quit for a little while. I thought he was going to do tillage, and then he just kind of showed back up here. So he was missing for a little while. It was just me. He might have heard that we were just going to quit and thought maybe he'd come speed it up or something. I'm not real sure what happened. Because last I heard he was going to do tillage. Just chilling. I'll tell you what, when I'm done running all our corn, I'm going to be just chilling for a hot minute, I think. This is corn. We are harvesting corn. We are in Michigan. I usually get that question a lot as people kind of join in. Oh, I forgot there's corn back there too. Yeah, we're not gonna, or he can finish it. I'm gonna be leaving here shortly. But yeah, so we're in Michigan. We're in a small town called Lake Odessa.
You're loaded.
What, wheat? No, this is not wheat. This is corn. We do grow wheat. So I'm not real sure what you're asking, but this is corn. We do grow wheat though. We just planted our wheat. I don't know how long it's been now. 4 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, something like that. For next season. It's winter wheat. You plant it in the fall, and I guess I don't really know if it actually goes dormant. I think it might go dormant in the winter, then finishes, you know, through the summer. And we usually harvest that usually in, you know, July. The moisture of the corn is, I got it at 23%. Not 100% sure that's accurate. That's the only thing on my monitor that I'm not always confident in is my moisture. My moisture sensor on my combine is a little goofy sometimes. But yes, it has been mostly dry here all fall. I don't know, maybe like a week and a half ago. I don't really remember exactly when it was. We got just over 2 inches of rain though. But it soaked right in, you know, because we were so dry before that. We were only down for maybe a couple days, and then we got back to running. Yeah, I think that's what he's going to do. He went to the back to finish them. Well, now he's behind me again, so not 100% sure. But yeah, he can finish if I want to leave or cut out of here a little early. He can finish it off if he wants. I'm guessing that's why he came back. And maybe he's in the stream, I don't know. He was the other night. Southern Minnesota, welcome. We are in West Michigan. I don't know, it's in the 50s. I don't know the exact temperature.
I didn't get a deep much more than what you guys have.
You grow corn in England? What kind of yields do you get in England?
Say what?
On the other side of that house. There's nowhere to load over here on the road because of the ditch. There's some trees and it's uneven. So the semis are on the other side of that house over here. They're very poor. Oh, that's too bad. We get pretty good yields here in the U.S. It varies from state to state. As you can see, we got a nice wind going today. The flag blowing. Hey Bart, how you doing? And I don't like sounding like a broken record, but I know new people are always joining in. We're in Michigan. If you like farming content, check out my YouTube channel. I make long form videos, live streams, shorts. Just getting started though. Haven't been doing it very long, only like 3 or 4 weeks. For the regulars, because you guys were just encouraging me yesterday about saying how you thought I'd be monetized. I got monetized this morning. I'm under review for it. So, as long as my review goes good, I'm in. I'll try to zoom in for you. I don't know if you can really see him. He's right there. Right there. So I was pretty excited about that, to get to that, goal within 3 weeks, maybe 4. I was pretty happy about that. Yes, we do have headlights. We work at night a lot. So, yep. Oats, wheat, barley, yields not good. Oh, that's too bad, Edward. Yeah, I do not deer hunt, but I did see a really nice buck back by that woods about, I don't know, maybe an hour ago. I mean, I can keep some of the corn if I want. It's mine, but, or ours. But we sell it. I don't really know what I would do with it if I kept it. Some people, instead of sandboxes, do corn. But you'd have to change it out every year, and it would rot eventually. Richard, someone asked me that yesterday too. What's the oddest thing I've came across in a field? And I couldn't give them an answer yesterday. I said I'd have to think about it. And to be honest with you, I haven't really thought about it. I haven't really seen anything weird necessarily. Just animals. I've gotten animals in my corn head before, deer specifically. And I don't know, we got some odd rows planted over here, some extra rows. I'm just gonna move over. So yeah, I don't have a great answer for that question. I'll think about it more deeply, but outside of just getting a deer in my corn head, I haven't really seen anything weird. I mean, I could say a couch, because people just I don't understand why people do it, but they'll just throw their trash into the roadsides. So I found couches, beds, random car parts and stuff like that.
I guess we're going to need you to come back. Just to get one of the divers hauled out. Alright. I get her started back up. I've seen a few.
That's the thing. We already had all planned out. I couldn't really count because he's at a distance, He's probably 50 yards away from me. I'd say he's at least an A point, but it was just a mass. He had a really good sized body on him. And I don't know, it was just a really impressive deer. No, I've never seen the crop circles, probably what you're talking about. Never came across any of those. People once in a while, I haven't seen it in a while, but you know, people out booze cruising. I've seen people, you know, drive right through your fields. I've seen those kind of marks and stuff like that. Solo King, what's up? There's a rabbit. I don't know if you could see it running across there. But yeah, I'm sorry, I just haven't seen anything like real crazy. No ghosts, no aliens, no UAPs. Well, I do have kind of a UAP story. I still don't really know what it was. So one night we quit. It was like, I don't know, maybe 2 in the morning, midnight, something like that. I don't remember exactly. I need both hands again. But we used to park our combines down like in our old barn. So I just parked my combine for the night, sat there for a few minutes, shut it off, you know, and I was getting out. And all of a sudden something went like whizzing by me, like something big in the air went flying really fast behind my combine. Like so fast I couldn't really make it out, but it was something, right? And then just a few seconds later, a helicopter with no lights on, nothing, came buzzing by at, like, he was only like maybe 50 feet off the ground. And I don't know what it was, but there's another person that's seen it. Because I asked him, like, did you see that? And he's like, yeah. And we have no idea what it was. So our story is that we've seen a helicopter chasing, you know, a UAP or something, but we have no idea what it was, to be honest with you. We gotta work around all these trees that are kind of hanging out. I don't want to run my combine up into the trees. So I guess that would be the answer to my question, but it wasn't necessarily in the field. We were parking for the night. That would definitely be the weirdest thing I've ever seen. That I can't explain anyways. I'm not full right now. I'm about half full. I don't know what happened over here. We got all sorts of different odd row counts. So we have to do a little cleanup work. No, we do not do strawberries, just corn, soybeans, and wheat.
Loaded.
They do like some fruits and stuff in northern Michigan. Where we're at, well, there's some probably over in more western Michigan too. Like we are in West Michigan, but we're pretty far from the lake. I think they do some of that over there in there too. But we're row crops in our area. I'll put you guys back on the action when I can. I'm just doing some more difficult stuff right now that I need to have my other hand for. This is it. Once we finish this, we're done for the day. So we won't be opening another small field or anything. Trying to figure out the best course of action here. We've got a couple different options. I'm just going to go back to the front. So, alright, we're back in action here. Yeah, I think we'll be... we'll do all right this year. for sure. Things are kind of crazy right now, but it'll all get straightened out. And but yeah, I mean, we had good yields. We'll do just fine. Yeah, this is a Gleaner S98. Kyle was right.
Over here, Steve, you're on the other side. I don't know. Maybe up here a little further. There's not the hole.
Yeah, well, the people in DC are kind of sick, aren't they? But you're welcome, and no thanks needed. We're just doing what we like to do and what we've always done. But that's nice of people to say. I don't ever feel like we're doing anything special. We're just working and, you know, trying to have a livelihood like everybody else. That's how I look at it. Well, right now, he's in this little back section, and maybe that's what you were asking earlier about a back or a little field. He's back in there, so I can't really see him right now. He's behind the trees that are way up there at the end. Yeah, check out my POV channels or videos on my channel. I put my GoPro on my head and record that way in some of my videos. Yeah, if you guys like this, you'll like my channel for the most part, I think. It's not all action like this, but you know, a good amount of it anyways. My POVs are all action shots. You know, you get this view pretty much the whole time. And then I do like other long form stuff, you know, like kind of entertainment, day in the life type videos that some people may like, some people may not. Well, if you like it, Lila, check out my channel or subscribe. From Las Vegas. Yeah, I've been to Las Vegas a couple times. It's cool there. I don't know as if I will go back or not. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just because it's kind of crazy too. You know what I mean? So we're getting down here. The field's almost over. I don't know what he's got left behind those trees, but just kind of stripping one more row off. Somehow we ended up with like an odd row, or like an odd number of rows over here. It's kind of what happens when you don't have a straight edge. Yeah, lots of drunks for sure. And of course, when I went to Vegas, I was a drunk. I don't drink anymore though. So yeah, we're just running one row. We call this the cut of shame. That means somebody, I don't think so in this case, but it sometimes means somebody miscounted. So we always kind of joke about that. Because it's kind of a wasteful trip across the field, you know. Hey, Bradley. Or Brady, excuse me. I think I said Bradley. It's hard for me to kind of read you guys' names sometimes. Yeah, I think I recognize your name. I think you were in, I think yesterday maybe, was that? But I think I'm just going to let him run that back there. I'm going to finish this, dump off, and start driving back to the farm. I believe, anyways. See, there's another farmer off in the distance. I can see his dust going. Not sure if that shows up on camera. Well, because it dries down. The plant is dead at this point, and so all the green kind of comes out of it. This is just what it looks like at harvest time every year.
Alright.
So it looks dead because it is dead. Just like how your leaves turn and fall off in the fall, the same happens to these plants. Some hybrids lose like a lot of their leaves, some don't. I'm not real sure on the science behind that, if it's just a hybrid thing or a health thing or both. Yeah, going right into the sun though. It's been pretty gloomy here all day, so we haven't seen a lot of sun today. And my windshield's very dusty, so I apologize. But I would literally have to clean my windshield like every 10 minutes for that not to be a problem. So it's just what happens in farming. I am not wearing a mask. It's not dusty in here at all. So I have filters up here, like that filters my air. There's one on the outside of the door too. So the the air gets filtered as it comes into the cab, you know, from the outside, and then inside the cab, you know, the recirculation, it filters again. But it doesn't really get dusty. I mean, a little bit of dust usually settles in here, but it's not too bad. Yeah, I do play Not Sure. I was kind of talking about that earlier. There's a lot of people on my channel that do play, and so I'll try to tell it as short as I can, because I know a lot of people have already heard this. But we're trying to build a community around the YouTube channel, and so one thing we're gonna do this winter for our community is host a farm sim server so we can all play together and get to know each other and hang out and all that. So if that's something you're into, subscribe to the channel and just kind of keep an eye on the community section of my channel, and I will post more about it later. I think I'm going to call it because we'll stream it on YouTube too. So I think what we're going to call it is Real Farm Fake Farm or something like that, maybe. I'll probably come up with a few different names for the stream and let maybe the community vote on it. We'll do like a poll. But I think Real Farm Fake Farm would be kind of funny, because I'm a real farmer, but we're fake farming. Or maybe we'll just come up with a totally different name. I don't know, but just keep an eye on the community section of my YouTube channel, and we'll start a Discord. And you know, some of the regular viewers that have been with me since the beginning, we'll get in the Discord first, and we'll kind of plan some stuff out together. Yeah, they do. I mean, we use a spray, right? And so like we get it nice and clean, and then what I do is I have a California duster, and as long as you get out and dust it before it gets wet again, like when the dew sets on, you can keep your windows pretty clean. Like, they are pretty clean right now, but when you're going into the sun, like, all the dust shows up. And so yeah, I could get out and wipe it off quick, but at the same time, I'm trying to get my job done here. We're almost done for the day, so when I quit, when I get back to the farm, I probably will wipe them down. But I would literally have to keep them nice and clean. I would literally have to do that probably every 5 or 10 minutes. So I just usually do it a couple times a day, so I don't waste so much time. And so that's the story behind the windows. I apologize if they're too dirty, but man, Skis, you're gonna make me drive all the way to the truck to dump myself? What's going on here? Let's see what he says. He's probably gonna think I'm serious. So he probably thinks I'm serious, so he's like, well, screw him. He says I'm coming. I'm joking, Skis. I'm done up here. I'm going to dump off and start driving back.
I know.
He's probably listening to the stream. I don't want him to get the wrong impression. I'm talking about the automatic kind. Oh, yeah. I mean, so my windshield wiper, I don't know. Maybe this doesn't have it, but a lot of the farm, like our tractors and stuff, you can use like the windshield washer fluid and stuff. But here's the thing about that. You do that in farm equipment, it makes it worse. This dirt and dust smear. The ones on the Fendt tractors actually work pretty good, actually. But, yeah, you learn not to... yeah, the row of shame, for sure. But you'll kind of learn to not use your windshield wipers in farm equipment for the most part. There are certain cases where it works out, like if it is steadily raining. But if you get just like a few sprinkles, let's say, you don't want to use your windshield wipers. Yeah, is that how that goes? That's what he did on the 8th day? I made a grain cart operator? I don't know. Grain cart operators might be on the other side. On the dark side. Man, I cannot see. There we go. The joke about grain cart operators is it's always their fault.
Oh man, am I gonna get one? I'm gonna get this bucket in the back.
He's chasing a couple deer across the field. Yeah, so windshields are a tricky situation on farm equipment. It's a lot of times it's best not to mess with them.
Not too long for that.
So, alright, we're done here. I might take you guys down the road, maybe. Otherwise, I don't know. I don't know if I want to do that today with the sun. If that cloud covers that sun, then I would. I don't want to battle the sun in my eyes and hit a mailbox or something. Yes, it does have a camera. I should have showed that. But yeah, I got... This one's my unload auger. It's folding back right now. That's the top of my grain bin. That's the cleaning shoe. And that's a backup camera. So I got 4 cameras in total. So I can kind of see almost every part. You see as my bin folds down, now it's pointing down to the bottom of it. It's kind of neat, huh? Yeah, I should have showed you that while I was dumping in the truck.
Your auxiliary bin is still about half full. Maybe at least a quarter. You gonna need another truck?
He's saying I got cab corn still.
Nah, it will be alright, Rich. Well, I'll let you
Alright,
know.
ladies and gents, I think I'm going to end this one. I'm going to get on the road. I don't feel like, battling the sun and holding the phone while I drive down the road, so it's probably not safe. But I appreciate everybody watching. Again, keep an eye on the community section of my YouTube channel. And just check out the channel in general if you haven't already. Most of you probably have, I'm assuming. But yeah, thanks for watching. Everybody have a good Halloween. I'll do another one tomorrow, so watch for a live at some point tomorrow. Yep, see you guys. Thanks for watching.